I got top 16 in over 650 player Pokemon Pocket Tournament playing the best Kanto starter, Blastoise. Blastoise EX is a card that's been really close to being competitive in Pokemon Pocket before, and I think both the way the metagame has shifted and new cards this deck has gained might put it over the top now. Blastoise's Hydro Bazooka is notably templated in a way where opposing copies of Mew EX can't benefit from the extra damage on it unless they also have a boatload of water energy. This means they only hit you for 100 while you can clear them in one shot with the 160 back. Blastoise also notably lives through a hit from things like Gyarados and Mewtwo, and in Mewtwo's case, you can even one-shot them in one clean hit on the back swing. Tauros is also an incredible upgrade for this deck as well. Not only is it a beefy 100 hit point lead Pokemon that you can hide behind while you set up your Blastoise, but it's also a really solid attacker. As you're going to see play out in the Pikachu matchups from the tournament footage, a lot of the time we set up the threat of a Tauros to make the opponent play awkward to buy us time to also get the Blastoise going, and they work in tandem to win the game. Leaf is also crucial in this deck, giving us a retreat cost discount of 2, letting us maneuver around our Druddigon and Tauros in a way that's quite clever a lot of the time. You'll notice this video is longer than normal. I put all of the best tournament games I had from my run in it, which isn't all of the wins, but it's a lot of them. If you have fun with this more focused tournament gameplay, be sure to drop me a like and a comment down below letting me know, and enjoy for the rest of the day. Have fun with my favorite boy, Blue. We're playing its Pikachu EX, very stock build, 1 Dedenne, 2 Zapdos, 2 Zebstrika, 11 trainers. Pretty solid opener for us here. We get to lead Druddigon, and then we have Tauros and Squirtle to both set up. No red card from the opponent, so I'm not playing out my basics here because I don't want them to be able to Sabrina me on the first turn of the game and generate tempo by doing that. I think this is a matchup where, given the option, we power up Tauros to start first a significant amount of the time. Ideally, this Pokeball finds us a second Druddigon to allow us to play around their copy of Sabrina. Fail case it finds us, second best is Tauros. We just want to ideally not find second Squirtle here with this. Sweet. We hit the 50%er. That's our best possible outcome. Let's go dig in with this. No War Turtle or Evolution lines to speak of. I wait to play out the Squirtle and potentially power up a second Tauros. I don't think so, but I could see a world where that's correct. We'll play our friends out here. Definitely want to play this to put the energy on it. Definitely want to play this to play around Sabrina. Potentially want to hold this rather to have a Tauros. Could go either way though. Zebstrika's possibility is actually a reason to hold the Squirtle back too. Yeah, I think I was wrong and should have held the Squirtle. Well, hopefully there's a War Turtle in my future. This is definitely the best build of Pikachu by a lot. Yep. Yup. 2 War Turtles, a Research, and a Clench. If they have a bench Pokemon and a Giovanni, this Tauros plays a little scuffed, but I think it's the line. There are 12 cards into their deck. They are playing 2 full copies of Giovanni. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Tough. Alright, we need Blastoise, gamers. We need Blastoise. It's very, very possible I'm supposed to play the Tauros out and put an energy on it last turn. We have 2 Blastoise and a Research and 7 cards here. But it's noteworthy that if I have to research into the Blastoise, I can't leaf the Druddigon out. There's our boy Blue. There are notably no copies of Sabrina in my deck. Just don't have room. And what this means is, if my opponent is able to... If my opponent switches to... switches to a basic, they got us. Yeah, second Geo gets us with another bench. There's only gonna be 4 cards left in their deck. I think we're in a bad spot despite this top deck. We needed this top deck to have a chance, but we might be dead in spite of it. We lose to the second Geo, and we also lose to the Paralyzed flip on this as well. If they miss on this Paralyzed flip, we might have a shot. Probably not. I think we're just torched here because we have a retreat cost of 3. I'm already through both my copies of Leaf. I guess we could draw a Big Misty. Yeah, I think that seals our fate. This is the part where a bunch of typical Twitch chatters suggest I add Sabrina to my deck. I guess they only have 1 knockout point. Was I supposed to put the Druddigon up? I was actually supposed to put the Druddigon up, yeah? Yeah, I messed up here. I should have put the Druddigon up. I'm gonna lose because of this mistake. I think if I put the Druddigon up here, I would have actually had a shot to win the game. Big mistake. They don't have bench space for a Zebstrika. Do I still win this despite my mistake? I think I do, yeah? I haven't drawn either Giovanni yet. I think despite my mistake, I've won this game. Because they can't use this to clear the Druddigon. And if they clear this, all of these die to the Giovanni plus the Blastoise next turn. And I have another Druddigon to insulate against their Sabrinas. I think we're 100%. They're just hoping I make another mistake. I will not. Decline to make another mistake. Variance means we're going to. Let's try and play better in the next game, huh? Yeah, they're out here is clear this Druddigon and hope I don't have Giovanni. But I have the Giovanni. This is their line. I think the opponent played this game pretty well. I hit some good beats, and the power of my deck carried me a little bit. Let's just not have a dexterity error here in the 12th hour. Opening on Squirtle is not ideal. You have Research and Leaf here, though, which is nice. Just, they are a 2 Sabrina deck, so we really need 2 basic Pokemon on our bench. I guess we have first energy advantage here, too, so we can just give up our first energy advantage to retreat. Hopefully this is another 100 hit point Pokemon. Nice. But if they Giovanni Peck me, they would finish the War Turtle with this. I think I have to give up the first energy advantage in this moment. Zebstrika is definitely their best opener against us. So good into these stall decks. We've got, oh, I've got 3 looks at a War Turtle. I want to save flexibility on my other bench slot. I'm playing the other Squirtle out. So that way, if we top deck War Turtle, we can start charging up a full health Blastoise. I assume they're going to switch to Zapdos and Thundering Hurricane us, then we got to hope for a little bit of a low roll. They have 1 potion in their deck. This lets them not die to Geo. Second, Zebstrika is actually pretty scary, because it'll mean that they can clear the Blastoise on my bench. And they're through a lot of their deck at this point, so it's pretty likely. This Thundering Hurricane flip is big here. Oh my goodness. And we top decked the Giovanni. Holy. Finish him. We're not at lock yet by any means, but we are a strong favorite on that bit of variance. When the Pikachu deck does its best Celebi impersonation, huh? This game was a wonderful example of why you want diverse game plans. Good variants to find, both our stage 2s as well. Am I putting Blastoise up? I think I'm putting Blastoise up, right? I just crack them down to 20 and then they have to retreat. This is better against a copy of Sabrina, because that saves the leaf to switch back out. We have 2 Sabrinas. They haven't played either yet. Their out here is hope that my other leaf is my literal bottom card. I think they have to Sabrina me up to the Drudagon, hope that I don't have the leaf to retreat, and then Zeb Strike me twice on here, but we have the leaf, so we should be a wrap. Yep. I think the opponent is unlikely to win here, but I think this is their appropriate line. I think they just have to hope the last leaf is my literal bottom card. And it's not, so we've got it. Doggy. Oh man, what an insane set. Our Mewtwo opponent this round has a Mew EX as well as a Jinx as additional basic Pokemon past the Gardevoir Mewtwo lines. They found room for a red card inside of their utility cards. And they're also playing a copy of Budding Expeditioner with their 1 Mew EX. Whoa. They have no X speeds and no copies of Leaf is how they're fitting in Budding Expeditioner and red card. That's wild. Sharks, thank you for the brand new Prime sub. Appreciate it. They have 1 Sabrina, 1 Giovanni, 1 Budding Expeditioner, 1 red card, and 2 Mythical Slab. Looking for another basic Pokemon here. Well, we have one of those big hands that red card can punish. But it's worth noting, we really want a Squirtle, so if they're resetting us, like, more power to them. Drew a card there with that slab. If they don't have a stage 1 this turn, they do. Rip. Wait, they didn't put an energy on Mewtwo? Yep, there goes my hand. Losing the leaf is sad, I suppose. $50% to be Squirtle? feels bad to be this unlucky into someone making these choices. Game's not remotely over, but... Okay. Average Misty gameplay experience. Without them having any copies of X-Speed or Leaf, I'm really struggling to see how they win this game. We have the extra Drudagon to insulate against a Sabrina. I don't see an avenue to victory here for my opponent. Shout out to my opponent's red card, drawing us into the full Blastoise line when I was completely bricked. This game is such a good example of what I frequently talked about, where even when you're red carding your opponent's 6-card hand, it's still not good, because the only reason I had a 6-card hand was because my hand was completely freaking bricked. Fun fact, in Ursaday's almost 2,000 player tournament last weekend, there were only 2 copies of red card in the top 32. As we've gotten more good utility cards in this game, red card continues to get worse and worse, and it wasn't ever actually very good. People were just playing a lot of it, so it was making top cut by virtue of being played it too much. This is their one and singular copy of Sabrina. Because how else would you fit red card in your deck? Red card is good if you know how to use it, Jeff. You're just an idiot who plays red card bad. I'm an intellectual. My brain is huge. You can't possibly comprehend how good my red cards are, Jeff Hoagland. It's not that red card is statistically bad despite all of the numbers showing otherwise. It's that only little babies are playing red card and they're playing it wrong. What? What do you mean I can't know when my red card is good and I'm just running based purely on feels? Bonk. Video gamers chat, not even once. Mirror Rampai, thank you for the half a year. Appreciate that support. Opponent has first energy advantage this game. Nugget Stretch, thank you for the 21 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Want this Pokeball to find a Squirtle so I can Leaf, or Misty, not Leaf on the first turn of the game. Lovely. Steal first energy advantage here. Feels good, man. Any other basic would be nice to insulate us against their one Sabrina taking our Squirtle up. But Drudagon's the best of the basics we could draw. Turtle plus a basic are our 2 best hits here. Or Turtle plus Misty is fine. They only have 1 copy of Sabrina, right? Maybe they won't also have Gardevoir on curve. For folks that are joining and asking how the opponents fit Red Card and Slab in their deck, the opponent is not playing any copies of X-Speed or Leaf. I think I just attack because they can't retreat and save their energy. So with no threat of Gardevoir, we just get to blast him here. Yeah, if we would have been a second heads on Misty, the decision would have been really easy. They did give us a free leaf into Blastoise. And retreating doesn't even do anything here. I guess they can retreat to... Gosh. Their one copy of Jinx. I think I want to just take my 2 knockout points here. It's close, though. Yeah, we might actually be in trouble here. They almost assuredly have their Gardevoir. They missed on the Krylia for a turn. Yeah, their extra game plan here could get them across the finish line for sure. Yep. There's only 4 cards in their deck. Yep. Man, I think we're going to a game 3. Yeah, I don't think we have any lines here. Jinx is so slick. Because they retreat and put energy on here. Yeah, we're dead. Well played from the opponent. For people who don't understand my retreat there, you need to understand that I'm thinking about the game 4 turns in advance, and there was no sequence over the next 4 turns that let me win the game. You're right that I didn't literally lose the game that next turn, but I couldn't win the game over the course of a few turns. Assuming the opponent made at all reasonable plays, we were 100% lost. Not interested in wasting my time or your time or the opponent's time, hoping that they have a disconnect. I'd rather not worry about drawing the tournament round. If they have their one of Sabrina, we could be in trouble again here because I haven't drawn a third of my 6 basics. That's pretty frustrating. Are they going to have their one of Sabrina in the top half of their deck again? Ah, okay. I draw Blastoise. We're done here? I think we're done here, right? This only does 130, I believe. It's nice. It's nice to get an easy one on the back of Misty on occasion. Let's get to turn the brain off and run them down. Zuka Blast. Two really intense, close, nail-biting games. Misty, triple heads. Breathe. I think this is a matchup that I would describe as low player agency. I think the decisions of the players will have relatively little outcome on the impact of the game. Obviously, you can't make like an obvious throw, but I think if both players play reasonably well, there's going to be a lot of draw variance here. No red card from the opponent, so I'm going to wait to play the Squirtle out. I think Articuno Blastoise is pretty inconsistent and mediocre. It occasionally spikes tournaments because Misty's a high variance powerful card when it works, but... I guess one upside the Charizard deck has here is Moltres can apply pressure while building the Charizard, but we have to build Tauros. It's funny how little weakness typing matters in this game, generally speaking. Sometimes it helps you hit key break points, but it's pretty rarely the matchup decider. I think we're supposed to build the Tauros. It's close, though. I'm gonna put the other Tauros out, because they're on 2 copies of Sabrina, and I don't want them to Sabrina up my Tauros that has energy. Just to set the tone for the moderators, we can permanently ban people who are posting conspiracy theories about Pokemon Pocket coin flips being rigged. I don't want to cultivate the type of community that's going to tolerate nonsense conspiracy stuff. Oh, I should have Pokeballed first there. I'm going to blame the conspiracy theorists in chat for getting me distracted. Alright, they're not charging up the Moltres, I would wager, because we charged up the Tauros. At least you never have to worry about misclicking your Misty in this deck. Only one target for it. They just forget to Inferno Dance? What, I lost in the sauce and clicked the wrong button? Been there, done that. 2 Blastoise, 4 cards, and a dream. They get to Sabrina to not take 20. They are playing 2 copies of Sabrina here. They could Sabrina us again. But we needed them to not have 2 Sabrinas in their top whatever here. Wait, what? Why would you do that? Alright, well, we're 2/3 to draw Blastoise. Not like a gift horse in the mouth, gamers. Maybe they didn't realize Bazooka clears Charizard in 1? Wait. Going to a game 3 here. Well, yeah, a pretty big mistake from the opponent. Yeah, Mew only does 100. I mean, even if Mew did 160, it's not enough to clear me. Even with, like, a Geo, which they're not playing. Oh, they do have 1 Geo, actually, I lied. Synergy advantage is nice. We have a good hand. Drudagon with Squirtle is nice. They're going first. They have no red card. I'm not going to play the Squirtle out because I don't want them to be able to Sabrina up the Squirtle on their first turn. If you're playing against red cards, you have to play out there, but because they're not, we're not. They have Moltres and Charmander. That's their ideal start for sure. Would like a Drudagon or a Tauros here. Tauros is lovely. I think with breaking on the Misty, I'm going to hedge powering the Tauros up first. A single Ward Turtle as well, but making it so they can't clear the Drudagon with the Moltres for free is really powerful. If we put 2 energy on here and they Heat Blast this, the Fighting Tackle clears it on the back crack. Coin Flip deserves another, huh? If we draw a copy of Leaf, we get to get aggressive with this Tauros next turn. 2 of those in 12 cards. Blastoise deck is refreshing to watch. If you like watching off-meta things in a competitive setting, you're in one of the best places on Twitch for that with the Pokemon Pocket community. Always looking to try and build new things here. Charmeleon, scary. Just have Charizard on curve here, we could be in trouble. They know we're on 2 copies of Giovanni. Putting this Mew up feels a little suspect. Am I putting energy on Tauros, or am I putting energy on Squirtle? I think it's energy on Squirtle. If they have Charizard this turn, they can burn the Tauros down, but then they go to 2 energy. And then I could top deck War Turtle and have War Turtle deal 60 into Blastoise deal 120. Putting the Moltres up would imply they don't have Charizard yet, which would be really good for us. Along with 2 copies of X-Speed. I am notably not playing any copies of Sabrina in my deck. They brick on their Charizard for a turn here, we're going to be good to go. But they are 13 cards into their deck and haven't played either Professor's Research yet, so high probability they find a Charizard here. Them having to spend an energy and not having Leaf or X speed here is a big deal, because it means this Charizard has to go down to 3 energy in order to deal this Crimson Storm, meaning this Charizard cannot Crimson Storm for the next 2 turns. It can only Crimson Storm next turn. So I get to put Drudagon up, and then I have Tauros to insulate this War Turtle from Sabrina. I think we're across the finish line here. Because if they clear this, they can't attack again next turn, and then Blastoise gets to go up. And if they don't clear this, by the time they clear this, this will be at 5 energy. It can knock out anything they play in 1. I believe, barring a dexterity or connection issue here, we're a lock now. It's a fun set of games. Oh, 50% to win right now. So, interesting thing to consider. If Misty doesn't hit here, we'd actually want to put energy on the Drudagon, because the way they could win this game is Sabrinaing us up and keeping our thing Sabrina'd in and getting caught. So, if I don't hit on the Misty heads there, we would put the energy on Drudagon and hit them for 100, because then the Blastoise is still set up to knock out anything they play the next turn. So we would want to play around them having missed, or them having their second Sabrina, or the first Sabrina or whatever, and us not drawing Leaf. We're playing against Pikachu EX, very stock build, 2 Zapdos, 2 Zebstrika, 1 Dedenne. No red card, 2 Sabrina, 2 X speed, 2 potion, 2 Giovanni. 2 potions a little atypical. Only 1 Giovanni is good for our deck full of 100 pointers. I think the opponent's best starts against us are the ones that involve Zebstrika. It's a card we'd like to avoid. All right, no Squirtle, but I think that's okay. Honestly, in this matchup, I think we almost always want to start by powering up Tauros. Ideally, we find... My best possible draw to be greedy is I want to draw Research, and I want to hit Squirtle plus another 100 hit point Pokemon, so I can both start building up Blastoise and put energies on Tauros without being weak to Sabrina. The worry here is I don't find another basic, and they Sabrina up my Tauros and knock it out after I put energy on it. Ideally, these last 2 bench slots are second Drudagon Squirtle. Always feels extra bad to brick on basics in my 6 basic deck. Why are you showing your hand while playing a tournament? Because the first place prize for this tournament is like 40 USD, and hiding my hand is bad content. So if someone needs to cheat and look at my stream in order to beat me while we play, they probably need the match win a whole heck of a lot more than I do. Or their Sabrina's big game. Is this gonna be put the Zebstrika up? Yeah, well played by the opponent. This is what makes the Pikachu deck so powerful, is being able to maneuver in spots like this. I wonder if they're gonna hit the Tauros or hit the Squirtle. I think they're supposed to hit the Tauros here. Yeah. I think the opponent's played this really well. I think I vibe for now and just build Blastoise. It's gonna take them 4 turns to kill Tauros, which is a long time for us to build Blastoise. I think the Pikachu deck is easily the most skill testing of the popular decks in this game. Second Squirtle with second War Turtle really makes the Zebstrika spread interesting here. I wonder if they're supposed to hit the Druddigon with the Zebstrika. Part of me thinks they are, but I don't know. I doubt either of us have played out this matchup a ton. We've done a handful of times now. I think I'm going to give him a knockout on the War Turtle. Because now how this works is, they knock this out. Next turn I go Leaf, Blastoise, clear this. And then with Giovanni and retreating the War Turtle, Tauros clears any of these and gets my last 2 points. I think we're in a really good spot here. You can see how the Druddigon plus the Blastoise, the Druddigon plus the Tauros having energy on it, really forced my opponent to play this game in an awkward way, which in turn bought us time to assemble the Blastoise EX. While Blastoise is obviously insane when you hit a bunch of Misty Heads, I've been really impressed today with this deck's ability to just like get 3 energy 100 damage Blastoise online and win the game with it. I think the opponent's only out here is to put up the Zapdos and get a knockout in 1. It's worth noting if they have their one of Giovanni, they only need 3 heads, which there's only 2 cards left in their deck. So with the Giovanni, they only need 3 heads out of 4. But without it, they need all 4. I assume they have it. Statistically, they have it. Can't look. All right. All right. All right, they have first energy advantage again. We have Druddigon start. because we have our basics set up, I want to go ahead and research after we Pokeball here, because I'm looking for War Turtle and Blastoise with this mostly. Definitely playing out Tauros to play around their 2 copies of Sabrina. I think I'm waiting on this last bench slot, because there is a world where I want 2 Blastoises, like the last game. I think this is a game where, again, I want to focus on powering up Tauros to start. Let's draw some cards here and see what we get. Without them having a Zebstrika, I think I can fill this last spot on my bench. The Druddigon here, I think it's almost always right to start Tauros. I'm going to play the other Tauros out here as well, because I don't want them to be able to Sabrina this one up and crack it. So putting out the third 100 hit pointer means they can't pull this one, and they can't pull this. So Giovanni here is huge. Thinking of things that might be huge. Misty. I think I have to put this energy here. Because if I don't put this energy here, they get to keep the Pikachu in. But they're going to get to start Zebstrikaing the Blastoise now. Hitting on the Misty would have been nice. I think I have to put the Tauros up without the energy. I don't think I can put this one up with the energy, because then if they have their Giovanni, they clear this, and then I'm... And again, if they sit here and hit this, this gives me time to power up the War Turtle. Really curious to see them pick up that point there. Feels like a mistake for them to not be focusing me down. If they just crack us again next turn with the Zebstrika, we just put the Blastoise in with the Leaf and clear the Zebstrika. Oh my god, I didn't play around the second Sabrina. Oh my god, I didn't play around the second Sabrina. Fuck! Oh my god, I played this game so well up until this point. I forgot they had 2. Oh, that's the first one. I didn't play around the Sabrina, though. Shit. Oh, man. Oh, man. I needed to not lose this energy. It's a huge mistake. I think we're dead. I need to play the Squirtle out to play around that. I needed to put the other Squirtle on my bench, because if I put the other Squirtle on my bench and they push it up. All right, let's shake it off and win the next game. If I would have put the other Squirtle on my bench, If I would have... Alright, 3-0 in the tournament. This is round 4. First energy advantage is nice. Let's see if we can have a nice opener. That is the opposite of a nice opener. Might have to give up our first energy advantage to swap this Squirtle out. We'll see. I think I'm just giving up first energy advantage. Let's see what we draw with the research. You really don't want to burn your leaf on turn 1 to swap your character out because makes it harder to get your Drudagon and your Tauroses around later when you need to pull them out. So we effectively here just traded who has first energy advantage. All right, well, that makes the answer to the question, where is my first energy going, a bit easier, yeah? Does it? I guess I'm not guaranteed to draw. If I draw Blastoise, I actually want to put my first energy here, right? Well, do I need to? I guess if they put Pikachu up and hit this, I actually don't need 5 energy here. That might be a mistake. Where you put your energies in this game is so skill testing. If I draw Blastoise next turn, I'm super happy to do this. But if I don't draw Blastoise, I kind of wish I would have put it on the Tauros. I'm going to put War Turtle up as my active Pokemon, so that way I can research into Blastoise. There's my boy Blue. All right, outside of my opponent hitting infinite coins with this, we're good to go here. I'm going to build the Tauros up just in case, but... They could run off a bunch of heads with Dedenne. This is the, so you're saying there's a chance moment. You're a favorite. We are not a guarantee. Hit me, dealer. They don't realistically need that many heads. You cannot retreat when you're paralyzed, chat. This is game 3, round 4 of the tournament. They need one more. All right. Now they need to hit 2 out of 4 coins on their Zapdos. What a heartbreaker. Oh my god! What television? Pay the script writers more! Buy, buy, buy! Oh baby! Oh baby! Ooh. Some of you were doubting me. I never doubted us for a second. Absolute cinema. I would like to dedicate this round of Pokemon Pocket to everybody out there who's anti-coin flip. In a game without coin flips, that never happens. What an insane sequence of events. Holy. You should close the door, dude, if you're gonna hang out. Let's the heat out otherwise. Slate Punch Groin, thank you for the 17 months. Welcome back. We are going first. The opponent has... since we're going first, there's no reason to put this one in research first. So ideally here, we want to find a War Turtle, obviously, and then we want 1 extra 100 hit point Pokemon to set up, so that way we have something to Sabrina up into. I guess another Squirtle can technically be Sabrina up into as well. That'll do, Pig. That'll do. And then this last slot, I guess there's a world where it could be this other Squirtle, but we'll leave it flexible for Tauros EX for now, for sure. I'd be pretty surprised if Pokemon Pocket Tournaments ever experimented with side decks. That's more of a Magic the Gathering thing. Paper Pokemon doesn't really do that. Just one time here, just because it lets Genome Hacking finish this off. So I assume they'll hit us once, do nothing, put energy on here. But it's worth noting if this gets hit twice, if this gets hit twice, the Blastoise can clear it. Do I want to build Tauros here? I put first energy, they put second energy, I put second energy. If they hit Gardevoir on curve, I kind of regret not building Blastoise, but I also might not have a Blastoise to build is the thing. I think I like getting 2 energy on Tauros here. So now we can threaten the Tauros at any point if they clear our active. But we'll start building up the Squirtle towards the Blastoise in the meantime, in between time. Are you worried about people stream sniping you during the tournament? First place prize for this tournament is 40 USD. If someone needs to stream snipe to beat me to win that, they probably need the money a whole heck of a lot more than I do, and they can have it. I think I leaf the Druddigon out here. I think I want to make it so if they want to take a knockout on this next turn, they have to have their Giovanni or use their Mewtwo side drive. Because if they put Mewtwo up and side drive this, they take 20, and then Giovanni with Tauros clears the Mewtwo on the back crack, and they're in a real bad spot. Alright, they can't Giovanni me now, meaning if they want to clear my Druddigon, they're going to have to put the Mewtwo up. And then we're a little better than 1 in 4 to clear the Mewtwo, so... Oh, I need a War Turtle, please. I need a War Turtle, please. 1 War Turtle, 2 War Turtles, 1 Professor's Research, 7 cards. That'll do, Pig. That'll do. Blastoise, importantly here, survives a hit from Mewtwo's side drive. Is the relevant thing to be aware of. So, Ralts taking this knockout doesn't really matter because I'm gonna put Blastoise up and take a first point, and then we're gonna knock out an EX as their next knockout, almost assuredly. I put up Tauros, I put an energy on it. I think it's just this. Are we supposed to Tauros here? Maybe we're supposed to Tauros here. I have one Leaf and one Misty in my deck. I need to hit heads on a Misty, or I need to draw a Leaf so I can retreat the Blastoise without losing all the energy on it. So we have 2 good draws out of 5 cards here. That's how you win a tournament, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Alright, I would like a Drudagon and a Squirtle, huh? Says 50% to be Squirtle. Nice. Well, I guess I'll put my first energy on the Tauros. He said. I mean, I still need 2 more pieces here. I still only have 1 card of a 3-card combo. Oh, good golly. Blue is so good, chat. Man, blue is so good. Think I gotta research and give up the knockout here. They have no potions, though. So if they want to take this knockout with Mew, the Squirtle with 1 energy gets to clear the Mew next turn. If they find Mewtwo, they can retreat to Mewtwo. I refer to Blastoise as my boy Blue, never just Blue. Just so we're clear. Turtle! Anything else to Misty? Gardevoir gets to clear the Squirtle this turn. And give them their second knockout point. 2 War Turtles, 7 cards, and a Dream. I have second Druddigon to beat Sabrina here. So we have a little bit of time. There he is. The gamer, the myth, the legend, the Blastoise. Great. Just need no dexterity errors. I could have put the energy on the active Druddigon, but we have Leaf. It doesn't matter. On to top 16 gamers. That's exciting. That's exciting.